essentially these are drawings. These are wash drawings, essentially. They're not really paintings. And I could do this with an ink wash, using a black diluted black ink wash, or even a black watercolor wash. But I choose to do this with watercolor, and I use the cobalt blue and the burnt sienna together. And you can see that there's variations in the colors here. I mean, it's basically all gray, but if you look carefully, there are some browns, and there's some more areas that are more blue. And basically what I'm doing is I'm making the drawing simply with the continuous line contour, and then going in and putting in the shades and the shadow areas. Now the shade is an area like this, which is on the back here. That's a shaded area. This is a shaded area on the leg here. But a shadow would be an area like this, where there's actually a cast shadow over an area. There's a difference between shade and shadow. Some people think they're both the same thing, but they're really not. So in the figure there's going to be shadow areas, and then there's also going to be shaded areas. And you see how I let the line carry the form. Now I'm just going to go through and show you some of these drawings. Before I do that, I might mention a little bit about the kneaded eraser. You can erase lines if you want to. You can erase some of the pencil lines if you want to with the kneaded eraser. So let's look at some of the other drawings that I brought here to show you. This is a male figure, and we paint the male as well as the female. Again, you can see how there's areas of shade, and there's also areas of shadow. See how that arm is casting a shadow, and it comes over the leg like that. So the shadow of this arm on this leg is right there. And you can see how there's a combination of, you can see the blues up in here, and then you can also see that there's browns. And so this was all done in 20 minutes, and the drawing and the wash went on in 20 minutes. And that's it. But notice fingers, facial features, toes. Okay, here's another male figure. You can see the shaded areas and the shadow areas, and they're connected to the sides of the sheet. It's basically fingers, face, everything is shown. So let's look at this one. So actually I remember when we did this, I asked the model if she would do one pose where she was really laid out, stretched out, and then I had her do another one where she was really closed in and really tight. And I like poses that look like they're natural. They're not classical poses, but look like something that the model would actually do. Now this one isn't quite finished actually. I could probably actually do some more on this one here. See if we can add a few strokes to this and bring it to completion here. See if I can add just a little bit of blue tone in the hair here, just to add a few little strands of blue in the hair to kind of make the figure. Yeah, that's really kind of nice like that. And that makes the pillow really show up there, the pillow that she's lying on. And this one doesn't really go over the edge, does it? So let's bring this all the way over to the edge here. There we go. Maybe a little bit underneath this pillow here, just to connect that there. Yeah, that's good. Maybe a little bit on the hand here, on the back side of the hand here, just to make that hand look like it's coming from over the back side of her tummy there. There. Show that in there like that. Looks good? No, good. So let's put just a tad right in here to define the edge of her leg there. That would be a nice addition there. Good. Maybe a little bit, I keep seeing little places to add things. So here's on the back side of the hand there, makes that side of the hand read there. Okay, it looks pretty good.